Welcome to New Jersey Patriot News, your source for Second Amendment news in New Jersey and around the nation. I'm your host, Matthew Barkey. Today is Friday, January 19th, 2024. The Supreme Court heard oral arguments Wednesday in Loper Bright v. Raimondo, a case involving commercial fishermen from New Jersey and New Hampshire, challenging a government mandate to have NOAA observers on board and pay expenses to do so. This case, argued by famed Second Amendment attorney Paul Clement, notable for his representation and win of the New York Rifle Pistol Association v. Bruin case in 2022, seeks to overturn the 1984 precedent of Chevron deference. This is especially relevant for the Second Amendment, as Chevron deference is heavily relied upon by the ATF for much of their recent rulemaking, including those on pistol braces, frames and receivers, and bump stocks. Should the court overturn Chevron precedent, government agencies will have to rely on Congress to define the scope of their powers and regulation rather than their own interpretation of existing laws. The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals in Richmond, Virginia last week has decided to rehear oral arguments in the Bianchi v. Brown case before the full court, otherwise known as en banc, before the original three-judge panel could issue a ruling of its own. This case stems from Maryland, contesting the constitutionality of the state's assault weapons ban. This has led many Second Amendment experts to suspect that the three-judge panel was likely to give a favorable ruling for the plaintiffs, and that the historically Second Amendment hostile court may be attempting to delay or override any ruling that would enjoin enforcement of the ban. This setback may delay any possible ruling and eventual appeal to the Supreme Court by a year or more. Oral arguments are scheduled for March 20th. State offices are closed today due to the state of emergency extended by Governor Murphy as a result of today's expected snowfall totals. With state offices being closed, the New Jersey NICS system is also closed until state offices reopen tomorrow. This closure will undoubtedly exacerbate the already lagging system, which, despite being called instant, is as of today 5 days behind in processing, with over 1,300 submissions pending. Melissa Deeney, co-owner of Legacy Firearms and Range in Mapleshade, noted, "If we were on the federal system, this would be a moot issue." This is New Jersey Patriot News, your source for Second Amendment news in New Jersey and around the nation. I'm Matthew Barkey. Thanks for listening.